Alright, I'm Jay Stone. Welcome to another episode of my show at rockmetaltalk.com. Don't forget to check me out on GraniteCoastEntertainment.com and MaximumThreshold.net. Check their sites for show times because I'm tired of keeping up with all of that shit as usual. That was Crossbreed, Clearwater-based band. That's one band this area needs back, but, you know, James Breed, I'm friends with. He moved on to some other things like the Shoe Tang and shit like that. But it was a lot of work, a lot of money to keep the band going. But it was definitely one of the, you know, bands in the area that had a lot of attention, drew a big crowd. So it kind of sucks to see they're not, you know, in the area anymore. But they were signed to a couple of different labels. James worked at radio stations and met the girls from Kitty, and, you know, they signed a deal with the same label they were on. And then they got signed to Head's label called Driven Music. And that pretty much, they released the album and pretty much had no support, basically, from the label. They did a bunch of shows. They did some touring. A couple of the members, you know, branched out. Dope and Mushroom Head and stuff like that. Now Little Dan is in Marilyn Manson as a stage performer. You know, he plays keyboards and drums for a couple of songs and whatnot. But it's definitely a small world. So Axl Rose, back in the news, wants that picture, I guess, that everybody, you know, where he looks fat. You know, everybody's got unflattering pictures. But asking for it to be removed is like fucking, I don't know. It just must be something for the attention, you know, to remind people that the Not in This Lifetime tour is coming around. But people didn't forget, because I certainly didn't forget because of the price of the tickets. But, you know, the guy isn't really fat. I mean, of course, he's an older man than he was when he was fucking 20 years old and put out Welcome to the Jungle. People aren't going to stay a fucking 120 pounds. One day you're going to wake up and you're going to be blown up like a fucking tick too. And half of these people that are saying it weren't even born when the guy was at his fucking peak. And, you know, other than that, it may be haters. Chinese Democracy was a great fucking album without Slash. And the other guys, you can't deny it. Yes, it took a long time to put out. Axl didn't want to push the album because he felt like he was just putting it out. But whatever the case may be, the guy's asking for a picture to be removed. It's kind of a funny picture. I mean, I laugh at all the, you know, the parodies of it or whatever you see on Facebook and shit like that. But it's pretty funny. So the guy, Jim Brewer, comedian, is putting out a metal CD. He was on Howard Stern today. He's doing a show with Insane Clown Posse, but he's booked as a comedian and not as a band. But, you know, it's kind of fun stuff. It's stupid lyrics, you know. It sounds good. I mean, the guy can sing. He's definitely correct. He's a mimic, so he can copy basically any vocals. Brian Johnson from AC/DC worked on it. Those two guys are friends. Rob Caggiano was one of the producers. It's on Metal Blade Records. So I thought it was interesting. I mean, the music sounds really good. But, you know, when it's a comedian, so he's doing it, you know, not just for music, but I guess for comedic things, and he's going to use it in his stand-up and whatnot. But it'll be interesting to see him whoop whoop with the juggalos and shit like that. So, you know, whatever. White Zombie. There's a box set that was released. I bought the LP version. It came with 5 albums and a book and the download. You know, back in the day, I know Rob Zombie was, you know, the main guy of White Zombie. He was the driven force behind it. But technically, when you listen to those older albums, I had them back in the day. I sold them off on eBay. But now that I have them on vinyl, they're not going anywhere. I happen to enjoy them. They were remastered. But he was the weakest part of the band. The music was technically good. The voice, you know, he definitely developed over the year. I mean, sound-wise, it hasn't changed much. I mean, it still sounds the same. He just perfected it. I guess to get more commercial, but I find it odd. You know, it wasn't your standard run-of-the-mill metal back in the day. It was a cross between... punk, metal. There was all sorts of garage stuff, industrial. So there was a lot of elements to the music. But, you know, Volume 1 with Black Sunshine and all that shit, obviously that was one of and Astro Creep were their stronger efforts. And then nothing really happened after that. The band pretty much died down. And then Rob Zombie's doing his solo thing, which is just, you know, an evolution of White Zombie. The songs aren't, you know, they're a little more horror cheesy if that's what you want. But anyway, the box set's pretty good. I'm a little disappointed I didn't get the Toxic Green version of it, but there was only so many versions of it that were available, and that sold out, and I'm not paying fucking premium price just because the vinyl is green. Green vinyl don't cost more than black vinyl. Black vinyl costs more than fucking splattered vinyl. It's just the process of it and how many you make of each one that makes it the collector's item. So maybe I'll play a track. I also bought Rob Zombie Live. I forgot Spooktacular, whatever it's called. It's pretty good. I got it at a really good price, so I bought it. It's a double EP. It's pretty good. But Yoshi, Gish, and Katsunyama. I loaded both of those free exclusive downloads from when they appeared on the show. So if you go to rockmetaltalk.com, pull that shit up, download it, stream it, right-click to download, just click on it to fucking stream. Good shit. I mean, it is what it is. Some of the tracks have a little dead air here and there, but it's just a clip of the performances, basically. So what you heard is what you get. That's what aired live, and that's the track. So other than that, whatever. No one got the question right. Some people took the guesses last week in email, but it wasn't really hard to figure out. There's only one band called Aisle 9 on Amazon, and it really wasn't hard to get the name of the record. So no one won the free t-shirt that was prepaid by the recast. So we'll figure out something else on how to give those away. I'm going to be doing one for Katsunyama too. So we got all sorts of shit going on, lots of good stuff. Show got off to a late start. Fucking barbecue shop. But we bought a new grill, and fucking it was a hard decision. Fucking sitting in traffic, sweating my balls off. Had to go get gas. Arguing over a fucking screw and scratching it up and banging it up and fucking stupid shit. Fucking sweating my balls off is worse than anything, but I had 3 days off from the regular job this week, so it's going to make going back tomorrow even that much harder. I also wanted to touch on this fucking 82-year-old fucking dope that everybody's really impressed with doing fucking Drowning Pool. At first, I was amused by it, and then as I'm thinking about it, I'm like, so the guy's 82 years old. It's not hard to believe that he's actually a metal fan, okay, because metal was, you know, he might have been in his 40s when he heard fucking, you know, or 30s when he was listening to Zeppelin or something like that. They posted a video of him doing like 3 or 4 years before. All right, you had all of this time to learn the words. Just because you're 82 don't mean you got to sound like shit. You know, you're going on America's Got Talent. They fucking do it. I mean, yeah, it was funny that he had his pants hiked up his ass. But other than that, I mean, it fucking sucked. I know he's 82 years old, and you got to give him some fucking credit for at least having the balls to get up on stage and do it. But, you know, you've been doing the shit a while, obviously, since, you know, you're doing karaoke all the time. Do something that was more your speed. Maybe you actually have a fucking ounce of talent. Maybe do something you could actually fucking pull off. At first, I was amused by it, but I'm not so amused by it anymore. Just fucking annoying. Just one of those things. You know, I guess Hell Yeahs did a new track, and it's got a track with Pantera, so everybody's going nuts over that on the internet. I really didn't take the time to listen to it. You know, it's festival season as well, so a bunch of bands of going out on the festival circuit and shit like that. So it's a good time to see bands. I'm not a big fan of these double co-headlining fucking shows, because now Korn's doing one with Breaking Benjamin. I'm not really that big of a Breaking Benjamin fan. So now if I want to see Korn, I have to spend money to fund the whole tour. I mean, which isn't a bad thing, but I don't want to do it. It was bad enough that some of my ticket money's going to see Slipknot when I'm going to see Manson. I have no interest in fucking seeing Slipknot. It's not that I don't like them. It's not that I don't fucking listen to some of their music. It's just I don't give a shit to see them. It's just one of those things. I'm sorry. I don't care. Original Mudvayne bassist, he's resurfaced in a brand new band called